All right, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. To the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in the Western Hemisphere, and to the rest scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, who look like the other nations, but through the patrilineal lineage go back to the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? And this is a video of a woman that just found out that she was a Hebrew. Okay? According to her words. Just found out I'm a Hebrew. Okay? You know, you could be a Hebrew Edomite, Israelite, you gotta come with it. Okay? You gotta say Israelite, all right? Hebrew is the language, okay? So this is another Jake woman, just found out that she's a Hebrew according to her words, but actually she been knew that she was a Hebrew Israelite, I'm gonna say. How do I know? We're gonna play the video because she came across individuals that were out actually doing what the words say, go out on the highway and hedges, but because of their loud appearance and their rough appearance, she didn't, take heed. Okay, it wasn't until she came across a more friendly, quote unquote Hebrew, or what she say, black Israelite, that she was able to, get it, according to her words. Okay, so we're gonna let the video play, interject in between, and bring out scriptures. Let's let it go.
Hiding in the bathroom at work. But don't mind me. So I'm a little early, so I gotta wait I'm teaching a class for a cooking class. So I'm just waiting for the other class to swap out. But anyway, so forget all about that. So, as some of you guys know, I posted about Pastor Omar. I do not know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not even going to butcher it. But I started all the way back to his old sermons. And if you don't know me, my name is Chandra Marielle. I'm just finding out that I am a Hebrew. One of, which, I'm what they call Black Israelite, but not. So there's like a difference. So there's the Black Israelites that stand on the corner. But then there's the Black Israelites of the Bible, the original people. And not that we're different, it's just that I don't believe everything that they teach, which is why for so long I didn't pay any attention to what they were saying, because it wasn't adding up from what my understanding. But now...
And there you have it. The scriptures speak about that. Proverbs 3 and verse 5, it says what? Let's go there, because I wasn't going to go there, but, just hearing that, you cannot go there. Proverbs 3 and verse 5 says what? Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. And that's what she went off at. She leaned into her own understanding. She didn't stop and really get the word, They probably said something along the line that, the so-called white man is going into slavery and captivity along with the other nations, and that, deterred her, okay? But that's actually part of the Bible, all right? But she found a more friendly, Israelite doctrine, I guess you can say, in the guy that she's speaking of, Omar, all right? So let's go to the precept I was going to bring out first, which is in 1 Timothy chapter 4, Slakia, in verse 1. And this is how we in the latter times, It says, now the Spirit speaketh expressively, that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, okay? And these are what these individuals like this woman, along with others, like. They like doctrines of devils, man. And you go into the word devil, it just means to deceive, okay? So they want to hear an Israelite, they know that they, of the Bible, but they don't preach the Bible in its entirety, okay? They omit certain things that make you feel, better about yourself, okay? And it says that this will happen in the last days. Let's read it one more time. 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit, this is the Spirit, speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, okay? And that's what you get along the lines of the Yah Israelites, the Yeshua Israelites, these are, seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, man. They don't go into the whole Bible, okay? It tells you that way. It was when you eat this roll, when you first come into it, it is as if sweet honey, but then it becomes bitter, okay? And a lot of Israelites, they don't want to go into that bitter part, all right? So this is what you see. You seeing the people so-called waking up to finding out that they are Hebrew and don't even know that, Hebrew is just, the language. You wake up to you are Israelite, all right? But this is what to be expected in the latter times, all right? So let's let it go on and let it play a little bit more and hear what she got to say.
That God, through his prophet, Master's Voice Prophecy blog, has revealed that we are in fact Hebrew, and we are a part of the tribe of Judah, however you want to say it. It's just like, I don't know, it's almost like God is, I'm just accepting it. And it's like, it's like, yup, you know what? All the pieces fit. This makes sense. And like I said the other day, like I have such this peace just from finding out who I am, and like that my people are the people of the Bible that we've been reading about. And it's like clicking. I can't explain it. And by the way, if you already knew this, God bless you.
And you see, this is more than likely one that will not endure and make it to the end, okay? Because as we're going to go to find out, she doesn't even want to accept the real names, okay? So this is St. Mark 4:16. And it reads, and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receiveth with gladness. You see, when she heard the word, she immediately received it with gladness. When it was, able to sit with her spirit, when she came across Omar, it just resonated with her, okay? Not when she came across the quote unquote, where she said black Israelites out on the street. That wasn't, to her liking, okay? But when she came across Omar on the internet, probably, somewhere in a temple made with hands, that was to her liking. So it says St. Mark 4:16. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness. Verse 17. And have no root in themselves. You see, there is no root with Yeshua or, Jesus, because this is just one step up from the Christian church, okay? These Israelites, these Yah Israelites, these Yeshua, it's just one step up from the Christian church, man, okay? It says they don't want to identify who Esau Edom is. They say that the white man isn't Esau, it's Japhet, and it's just one step up from the Christian church. So Mark 4:17 says, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Right. So she may find out that she's a Hebrew, as she say, and endure for a time. But as she further along her journey, she gonna find out, if she actually sticks with it, that the Bible is not all good. Okay, there's things of the Bible that don't sit right with certain individuals, particularly the women. Okay, because they have to play the role of staying in the background and being quiet and being submissive and being humble. All right, a lot of women can't play that. Okay, a lot of women, they don't want to stay submissive and stay quiet and be in the background. They want to be heard. Okay, they want to start their own videos teaching Israel and things of whatnot. They want to take on that Jezebel spirit. You see? So St. Mark 4:17 reads, and have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. Right? You see? And we get ready to come close to that time, you know. You can see an individual coming to her and questioning her and asking about the Hebrews and, you know, asking her to come down and question her and folding, okay? You know, because if you're not rooted in this truth, it's going to show, man. All right, persecution is getting ready to come, okay? They're watching who's watching what and who's watching what camps, who's watching what, you know, pastors, preachers, teachers, all of that. They taking note on all of that. And make no mistake about it. They're going to come at your door or at your work or at the gym or at a grocery store, wherever you at. They're going to come and question you, okay? And it's going to show exactly who you stand for, okay? It's going to show in these last days, all right?
You don't need to comment below saying I already knew. If you already knew, I hope you was telling people about it. I hope you was doing your job and telling people about it. But if you already knew, God bless you. More people to the family. Like, this is a part of what the prophecy, like, we're all going to have to wake up. And so this is just my journey in waking up. So I'm going to share my experience. And there's also people arguing in my comments about, like I put, you know, Yeshua through the Master Voice prophecy has let us know that the curse is broken. The curse that was upon us is broken. And like people in my comment talking about, oh, that's...
And that's incorrect. The curse is not broken, okay? We still under the curses, all right? Until the name is Yahushua, until Yahushua comes back and swallows up death, then the curses are removed off of us and put onto the heathens. Deuteronomy 30:7, okay? We still under the curses to this day. That's how you know who the Israelites are. All right? That's a telltale sign is the curses. Okay, if who you said Yeshua took the curses up off of us, we wouldn't know who we were. Okay? So the curses are still on us to this day. All right? This is what you have to find out when you come into the truth. All right? You have to get the truth in its entirety. That's why I say these Yah Israelites, these Yeshua Israelites, they're just one step up from the Christian church, man. They're not going to tell you the whole thing. All right?
Yeshua is the devil's name that he gave. It's the same as Jesus. You know what? Jesus knows who his name is. He knows the heart of the person that's calling him.
Well, let's see about that. Let's go to Jeremiah 17 and see what it says about the heart. All right? This is the book of Jeremiah, Slakia 17 and verse 9. King James Version. And then we're going to read it in the NET, the New English Translation. Jeremiah 17 and 9 reads, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right. That's why we started off with Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Lean not unto thy own understanding, because your own understanding will lead you astray. Okay? Trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, thy mind. Okay? This Bible, go by what thus saith Yahweh, thus saith the Lord, okay? When you start to go off and feel and use your emotions, that's when you start to, you know, get yourself into deeper, you know, waters, all right? So this is Jeremiah 17 and 9. It reads, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Verse 10, I, Yahweh, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. So Yahweh knows your heart, your mind, okay? He knows whether or not you're trying. He knows whether or not you just going through the motions just to say. You know, he knows all of this. So you can fool man, but you can't fool the Most High. All right? Let's read that Jeremiah 17 and 9 in another translation. Let's go to the NET or the New English Translation. Let's read it in that. This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 9 in the NET. And it reads, give me 1 second. Jeremiah 17:9, the NET, the New English Translation. The human mind is more deceitful than anything else. It is incurably bad. Who can understand it? You see? So in this flesh that we in, this thing is, deceitful. All right? That's why we gotta, trust in Yahweh and lean not onto our own understanding, okay? Because in this flesh, we gonna go off, including our thoughts, our ways. That's why everything has to be filtered throughout the scriptures, all right? That's why you're gonna see individuals like that, like this, they're not gonna make it, man. You see? Because why? They're trusting in their heart. They're trusting and leaning on their own understanding. You heard her say the Most High, or whoever she said, knows her heart, okay? You see? This is what's going to get a lot of our people taken out, man. Right here. This type of behavior right here. Okay? And it's just rewarded. You can look at the comments and you see this type of stuff is rewarded. This type of behavior is rewarded. Okay? Not to say that the Most High can't, use something like this and use another person to lead you into, the right path. But in this state of mind right here, this is a reprobate mind, okay? This is a type of individual that's going to get taken out in Jacob's trouble, okay? And if they get through Jacob's trouble, they won't get on the chariots, the so-called UFOs, all right? So let's go. Matter of fact, let's go to Acts 4 and 12 before I hit the play button. This is the book of Acts, chapter 4 and verse 12. It's very imperative that you know the true names. Acts 4 and 12 says, neither is there salvation in any other. So you got to have the right name, okay? It says, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. That's Acts 4 and 12, okay? So it does matter the name, okay? And the Most High does know your heart. He knows whether or not you heard the name and didn't want to get it because, it was tied to something that you seen or deemed, evil, okay? So, hey, the Most High does know your heart, all right? And he knows whether or not you are of his or of the devil, okay? And the word devil just means deceiver, okay? And you can have so-called Israelites that are of the devil. Yahweh Shah said it himself, John 8 and 44. You are of your father the devil. Okay, who was he talking to? He was talking to other Israelites. All right. So let's let it play some more.
You guys are worried about the wrong thing. Let's all come to know who we are. Let's all figure this thing out and let's be excited that something huge is happening. And it's if that's where your heart is, someone's coming out and saying oh, I'm so happy to find out who I am. Thank you, Jesus, or thank you, Yeshua, whatever they're calling him. And that's what you say. That's what your focus is. Not oh, I'm so happy that you've come to this revelation.
Let's get it. That's what they want to hear, man. You see? They don't want to hear the right things. They want to hear what? Smooth things. Let's get it. I believe it's Isaiah 30 and verse 9. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 9. It reads that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. Okay? And one of the laws is thou shalt not put any other God before thee. So when you call on these other names, that's putting other idols before the Most High. Okay? Jesus is an idol. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Our fathers knew not this name, Jesus. Okay? This is where this name was given to us here in captivity. All right. Isaiah 30 and verse 10, which say to the seers, see not. So those of us that correct behavior like this, they say, what difference does it make what name I call unto you or call on? Long as I believe with my heart. It says, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. So don't correct me on the names. It doesn't matter. I understand I'm a Hebrew. You know, that's the only thing that matters. I'm waking up to who I am. I'm a Hebrew. It doesn't matter what name I call on. So they say to the prophets, what? Prophesy not unto us right things. So don't get on me about the names. It doesn't matter. Speak unto us smooth things. That's why she can relate to a pastor like Omar, because he'll say, you know, long as you calling on Jesus or Yeshua in your heart, he knows it. God knows your heart, you know, and this is the type of stuff our people like. Okay, one step above Christianity, all right, but don't want to receive the whole truth. So it says what? Prophesy unto us smooth things. Prophesy deceits. Deceits is trickery. Okay, that's Jesus. The name Jesus is a deceit. Okay, Yeshua. All right, that's modern day Hebrew. You got to get back to the ancient, the paleo, and you got to have faith in and believe that that truly is the name. Okay, let's go to Revelation 10. This is Revelation chapter 10 and verse 10. And it reads, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand. What is that little book? This Bible, the Holy Bible, and ate it up. So, you know, you come into the truth, you know, you find out who you are, you eat it up. Hey, it says what? And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. It's a good feeling. You seen it right now. You know, she's in the bathroom, ducked off somewhere, you know, making a TikTok video that she just found out that she's a Hebrew. Okay, but then what? It says, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. Because then you find out what comes along with it, man. Persecution, you know, hey, everything. You know, you lose loved ones. Those that say they were gonna be down with you, they ain't gonna be down with you. You know, everything comes along with this truth, but at least we know exactly what to expect with it. Okay, so this is all par for the taking, man. Okay, but individuals like this, they won't make it. All right, they won't make it in this type of mindset that they're in. Let it play.
God bless you in your journey. May the Holy Spirit lead you and guide you into all things, because that's how the process works. You talk about I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Just stop. Have several seats. But anyway, for those who are just learning like me, then, and who are following my journey, then, you know, this is exciting, and I can't.
And once again, she's just learning because she found a individual that was, you know, to her liking. Because when she came across what she said, the black Israelites out on the corner preaching, they didn't resonate with her. But let's hear what the word says. This is St. Luke 14 and verse 23. Red letters. So this is Yahweh Shai speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. St. Luke 14:23, and it reads, and the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. You see? So we were compelled to go out to the highway and hedges and, you know, be used as a tool to call in the elect. Okay? Furthermore, it tells us in the book of Acts, chapter 7 and what? 48, that what? Let's read it. This is the book of Acts, chapter 7 and 48. It reads, howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet. Right. And what prophet? Isaiah in chapter 66. We'll go there. No problem. Let's read it. Thus saith the prophet, Isaiah 66 in verse 1. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 1. It reads, Thus saith Yahweh, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye built unto me? And where is the place of my rest? You see? Verse 2. For all those things have my hands made, and all those things have been, saith Yahweh. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, trembleth at my word. So the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands, okay? He dwells with the man with a contrite spirit, okay? And who has a contrite spirit? One that listens to the word, trust in Yahweh, or one that leans on his own understanding and sit and preaches in a temple made with hands, okay? Or one that actually does what the word says and go out on the highway and hedges and bid them to his house, okay? That's the one who the Most High, who you call God, but his name in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, is dealing with through his only begotten son, Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, okay? That's who he's dealing with. So because you heard the message and it didn't sit and resonate right with you, hey, that's just a telltale sign that you may not be part of the elect. Okay? This is Isaiah 58 and verse 1. Okay? It reads what? Isaiah 58 and 1. Cry out loud, spare not. So when you come across individuals and camps on the streets that's preaching the word, that's because they were commanded to, okay? And they got to cry loud, okay? You're going to hear them in a bold voice, all right? It says what? Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, you know? So if you offended, so what? You know? That ain't for you, okay? We are looking for the elect, okay? It says what? And shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. That's why we out on the highway and hedges, man. To bid the elect to the marriage, to show our people their sins and their transgressions. And the elect is going to take heed to that, okay? And they're going to repent and be remorseful, all right? And part of being remorseful and repenting is getting the names right, okay? Because for the longest, we called on Jesus, okay? We didn't have the names to call on. And now that we've had the names given to us, how much more are we not going to use it? We're going to use it and exalt it. We're going to exalt the names Yahweh, Yahawashi, every second and every chance we get. Okay? We were commanded to. All right? So, hey, individuals like this one right here more than likely will not make it, especially during Jacob's trouble. Okay?
Like I said, I can't tell you the peace that I'm feeling. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm listening to Pastor Omar's stuff, and like, I'm just obsessed with it. Like, I'm like, I can't get enough information, and I'm just wanted to say that. So I'm hiding in the bathroom and to tell you that. And God is good, and I just something's shifting. Something big is about to happen.
Well, at least she can see that something big is about to happen. But what? She has no idea. Why? Because what? She prefers to someone to speak lies and hypocrisy. Why? Because she has her conscience seared with that hot iron. Okay? When you sear something with a hot iron, it's permanently embedded in you. Okay? And unless Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, remove her from out of that deep sleep, her fate is pretty much sealed, man, with that hot iron, man. You know? That Jesus demon is real, man. You know, and you leave Jesus, you know, you think you up one a little bit and you go to Yeshua. Okay? You got to go all the way back to the ancient. You know, you got to call on Yahawashi, man. Because along with Yahawashi comes a whole nother vibration. You see the vibration, okay? You don't get it with Jesus. You know, Yeshua ain't going to get you there. Because, you know, Yeshua pretty much is just like the Yahs. You know, they feel like the Edomites can be saved, okay? You got to go all the way back to Yahawashi, all right? The only name under the heavens, under the heavens that a man should be saved. Acts 4 and 12, okay?
So excited, and I'm just documenting that. So God bless the people who are finding out too along with me. And I appreciate you guys, your comments and your feedback, and the people who are being polite about it and just embracing one another. And God bless you, shalom. We even like how we talk to one another now. And now every time I see a black person in America, because I'm in America, I'm in California, by the way, I'm like, that's probably another Hebrew. And the way I look at us now is just different. And I just want to be around us, and I want to talk. I saw some Hebrews at the gym, and I just wanted to be like, hey, do you know who you are? But it would have been weird. So I didn't, but I might, and so I'm just excited, and I just wanted to say that, and I'm gonna go be a Hebrew. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I can't wait. You know how when you fill out a job application and they be like, put your ethnic background? I can't wait to say I'm Hebrew. So just to throw them off, I'm just, the other part, and just to be like,
hey, don't be expecting a phone call back or email back from that company either. You see, coming into this truth, it ain't a toy, man. You understand? This truth is not a toy. All right? You have to actually use discernment, okay? This is St. Matthew 10 and 16. Excuse me. St. Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. You see? So we in the midst of wolves, and you televising your next move ain't the smartest thing to do. It says what? Be ye therefore wise as serpents. Okay, you got to be wise in this thing. You got to be wise in this truth, man. Putting on the applications, checking the box other, and putting you a Hebrew, that ain't the wisest thing to do. Unless you're just trying to do it for a reaction or what you call it? A reaction video or something like that, but if you actually looking for a job to actually pay your bills and stuff like that, that ain't the wisest move to be making out here, okay? You putting yourself in, the crosshairs. So it says, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. You got to move with, in silence, man. The days are coming when you're going to get to, actually stand up and be bold and, pronounce your faith, okay? You're going to trust and believe, you're going to have your time. You're going to have your time to really confess and show who you believe in, all right? Now is not the time to be out here. I'm going to check the box on the others and put Hebrew. You see, it's all fun and games, until, stuff start to heat up, okay? And we getting ready to come into those times, all right? So let's let it finish out, and then we'll get another scripture and close out.
I'm Hebrew. Yeah, our land was stolen from us, yes. I can't wait to do that. I'm super excited to do that. So y'all have a blessed day, and, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, and it reads, be sober, be vigilant. You understand? So you have to have a level of discernment, man. You have to understand exactly what it is you're getting yourself involved in. It tells us what man, roughly paraphrasing, have not sat down and count the cost. Okay, you have to actually know exactly what you get yourself into. Okay, because you're gonna easily come in and immediately be glad, and then once you find out what it really all about, you're gonna depart from the faith. Okay. That's why you have to really count the costs, all right? This thing ain't something to just be played around with, okay? Because like we read in Revelation, Revelation 3, and I believe verse 16. Matter of fact, let's go there. I'm not sure if I read that or not. Revelation 3 and 16 says what? Yahushua said, so then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. So you got to be all in or all out. And if you're not counting the cost, you just out here making videos just because it seems like a cool thing to do. You ain't really counting the cost, okay? You have to actually know what you're involved in. What does it entail, okay? You ate the little book. It was as honey in your mouth, and then it became bitter in your belly. Okay? You have to understand persecution is coming. Okay? Persecution is on its way. All right? You don't know exactly when you're going to get grabbed up or have to, be brought down to a detention center and questioned on how much you know, whether or not they let you go or whether or not they execute you, and then what? Are you still going to be smiling at that time? Are you still going to check the other box as a Hebrew? This is the count. This is the cost you have to count, man. Okay? We in the spirit of what? Mourning. Let's go there. Ecclesiastes 7 and verse, what is it? Ecclesiastes 7 and I believe it's verse 4. It says, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. You see, we ain't out here, hey, I'm just glad, I'm happy. I know I'm a Hebrew. I'm a Hebrew. Hey, man, we understand what's coming. If you knew what's getting ready to come, if you know this enemy is getting ready to roll, you wouldn't be out here doing all this, gibber jabbering and, hey, but what does it say? But the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Okay? You out here making all these videos proclaiming to be a Hebrew, gonna put on your job application. I'm a Hebrew. You in the house of mirth. You a fool, man. You not being wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, okay? Trust and believe. You gonna get your time to prove exactly who you is and what you believe in, all right? But until that time, you gotta, be wise, okay? So let's go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. It reads, 1 Peter 5 and 8. Be sober, okay? Hey, it's a way you have to conduct yourself, and it's truth, man. You don't go out here broadcasting, just for, likes and looks and sensationalism. Trust and believe you're going to get that in the time of persecution, man. Your family going to turn you in. Co-workers at your job may turn you in. You don't know exactly how it's going to go down, but you're going to get your time. You're going to get your time. Make no mistake about it, So be sober. Be vigilant. Continue to watch, okay? You said you know something big was getting ready to come, but do you know exactly what it is? Probably not, It says, why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And he wants individuals like this. This is who he wants, okay? If he can't get the elect, this is a runner-up, Those that kind of know what's going on, but not fully, you see? This is the ones he wants before they can get waking up fully all the way, if that's their lot, okay? If not, he'll take a constellation runner-up prize and just take one of these individuals like this, because he know he's not going to get the elect. St. Matthew 24:24, okay? He know he's not going to get the elect, but he has to take runner-ups, okay? This is his runner-up prize right here. Individuals like this one right here, okay? So it says, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right? So, hey, that's going to be about it, Pray some moments edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.